we saw something in overtime on Sunday that we hadn't seen before, and that was Kirk Cousins finally stepping up and making big throw in big spot. He had two of them. He had the throw to Adam Thielen, the 43-yarder that set up the touchdown, and then on 3rd and goal from the 5 after that latest effort at the stupid sweep play got bottled up, he found Kyle Rudolph in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. And look, Kirk Cousins, I don't know that it dramatically changes the body of work, but it definitely gives us a current recent chapter to look at and say, maybe something's a little bit different here.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, I do think it does that. It gives you a little confidence, right? I mean, the moment wasn't too big for him. He wasn't, overwhelmed, and he had people and pressure around him. I mean, these throws he's making where we're watching here on TV, they're high-level throws. It's not like it was bad coverage and people were screaming down the field wide open. So, again, yes, is Kirk Cousins going to be like Deshaun Watson or Mahomes and be like, hey, guys, jump on my shoulders. Even when the protection is bad, I'll scramble around and throw lasers all over the field and just carry you? No. He can carry you within a certain limit. And when they run the ball, like we saw them do, which was surprising to me, it forced the Saints to do some things on the defensive side of the ball, gave them some favorable matchups one-on-one wise. And with Thielen being, it looks like 100% healthy, Cousins has proved this year when he wants to throw down the ball down the field, he's pretty accurate, and Thielen and Diggs can go get it, let alone, Kyle Rudolph in that run game showing up too.
And it really is a total team effort where the defense has to be clicking.
Yes.
The running game has to be going. The receivers have to do what they're supposed to do. And that's what Cousins called it after the game on Sunday, a total team effort. But he got the game ball. And Mike Zimmer, the head coach of the Vikings, explained yesterday why that decision was made. Here's the question that was posed along with Zimmer's answer.
What was it like to be able to share that moment with Kirk in the locker room after the game, giving him the game ball after he came through for you in such a big spot?
Yeah, I think it was, it was just about, him solidifying himself, with all the bad rhetoric that he gets all the time, about this or that. I just felt like, it was time to tell a lot of people that he's our guy and he did it.
It's a funny contrast to a couple of years ago when Case Keenum was getting it done for the Vikings week after week after week after week.
Right.
Zimmer was very restrained.
Right. He never given him credit, right?
Yeah, never giving him credit. The old Parcells trick, like I'm going to keep dangling the carrot so you keep doing it. Kind of a break to actually, because I think the Parcells mindset would be keep poking the guy in the rear end to get him to keep doing it. You don't want him to all of a sudden think he's pretty good. You want him to hear the critics and find that motivation that comes from trying to shut everybody up. So kind of a against what we would expect from a Zimmer who was a Bill Parcells disciple.
Well, I think he's probably at this point going, man, the guy's had to deal with this pressure for a long, long time. And he's had this, needle, so-called needle poking in on the side for a long, long time. Let's flip the switch and maybe see after a win if we can all gain confidence and he can gain confidence and be like, oh, what? I am the man. That's right. I'm made for prime time. I think he's trying to take advantage of some momentum. This clip in the locker room with him saying, I got 3 words, you like that. And the way the offensive line reacts, it gives me chills to watch it. This is the kind of stuff I miss in an NFL locker room. But I only got 3 words for you. And then, for his right tackle, O'Neal, and everybody to go crazy. I mean, look at him. He's like, He's like, you are the man for saying that. We love you. That can inspire a football team. And I think that's what Zimmer's doing. He's trying to, kind of feed off the momentum and tell everybody, let's get behind one of our good leaders and workers in Kirk Cousins. Zimmer deserves a lot of credit. He knows what he's doing, and his defense was awesome in that game the other day, Mike.
My first reaction to hearing what Zimmer had to say was, this is a far cry from the Steve Young monkey off his back moment. That was a Super Bowl win. This is one game, one moment, 2 throws in overtime, because before that, it was not over-the-top great stuff. He had the blown coverage where he hit Adam Thielen down the field in the third quarter. But even the demeanor of Kirk Cousins, we talked about this yesterday, the demeanor that we saw from him on the sidelines as overtime was approaching, not that kind of that swagger that we saw, I remember in the Lions game where he knew he was going to have to come out and make a throw, and he did make a big throw, a gutsy throw down the field to Stephon Diggs. He seemed a little bit freaked out. And maybe Zimmer's assessment is all this guy needs is one crack.
Yeah.
And if he can get through one crack, the dam can break. And I think he's banking on that by rallying around him. Now that he's stepped onto the big stage and made the big throw, maybe it is the first step of many, not just an aberration.
I think that's what he's hoping for, that this takes them somewhere to where the offense feeds off of his energy and Thielen and Diggs, and everybody, has a chance to explode this weekend behind Dalvin Cook's running and all of that. And, hey, I got to give Zimmer credit too, Mike, because one of the things I've always say, I'm a little concerned with Zimmer. He's a little bit of like, hey, this is what we do, and, that we're just going to be sound and we're not going to mess up, and that's the way. He did some things outside his comfort zone last weekend. Doubled Michael Thomas, did some combination coverages, took away some real staples of the Saints offense, right? I mean, hey, all year when we watch Saints football, I've seen Jared Cook, Michael Thomas, and Alvin Kamara just abuse the middle of the field, right? Catch balls, option routes, always over that was non-existent in this game. And that was because of Mike Zimmer and his coaching. He took away some of those completions that Sean Payton and Drew Brees just feast off of on a weekly basis. And a lot of credit goes to Zimmer, of course, Kirk Cousins, and we all doubted the Vikings. There's no way I thought they were going to win that game, and they did it. Whoa!
32.
Whoa!
That was not supposed to be used. There is somebody who I'm going to kick in a certain area that's going to be very painful, and he knows who it is, and it's not you.
Yep.
All right, you can take that down now.
Leave it.
32 years ago, the Vikings played the Saints in New Orleans on a Sunday. They won. They had to go to San Francisco the following Saturday. It's a quick turnaround, right?
Yeah.
And you got to fly home from New Orleans. You got to fly to San Francisco. You got to get everything worked out logistically. You got to get a game to get ready for, and you're going against a team that is the number one seed in the conference. Here's Mike Zimmer yesterday when he was asked whether he's upset about having to go to San Francisco and face the 49ers on a short week.
It's similar to playing a Monday night game, and then you got to get ready for a Sunday game. Obviously, we're going out to the West Coast, so that'll be a little bit different. But hey, it's playoff time. It's big boy football now.
And you know what? I think he has learned from what happened 2 years ago. We've been talking about how he's more flexible. He's changing his defense. He's doing things differently. It's everything you did from week 1 through week 17 is gone now. It's got to be gone from your mindset about what you're going to do, because everything you've done, that's what they're going to be looking for, to use it against you, to game plan against you. So you have to flip on everything.
No doubt.
And you have to be creative. And I think that's why Bill Belichick has 6 Super Bowl championships, because he consistently has done that.
Right.
And Zimmer's figured it out. It took him a couple of playoff cycles to figure it out, but he has.
No question. As our old famous saying, you got to self-scout thyself, especially playoff time. You got to make sure that you don't have glaring tendencies in certain formations or certain personnel sets. Let me change that up. You better do that versus Kyle Shanahan, because Kyle Shanahan, like a McDaniels or Belichick, if he finds a formation that, this is predictable, they're going to get in this defense, watch out. He'll design 20 plays to just screw that defense over. So you got to do things like that to have a change up, certainly. And I do. I give Zimmer a lot of credit. Everything's out the window this time of the year. Like he said, it's big boy football time. No schedules. Hey, coaches, sorry, screw your family right now. We're here all day. That's just the way it is. And we're going to game plan, and we're going to push the envelope. And we might do some things that we normally wouldn't do, because it is a desperation, win or go home type of thing. So, this is going to be exciting. I'm really excited for all the matchups, but really excited to be on the field with your Vikings, watching you nervous. And then, of course, my buddy Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers being there too. Really pumped to be a part of it and do our football night in America from on the field in San Francisco.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.